Hello and welcome. This is Mercenary, and we're back with some more BattleTech. In the last video, we had some story to go through. Each of the characters on our ship had some new dialogue for us, so I read through all that. We leveled up the pilots, and we did a little tiny bit of work on a mech. And now that we've done that, we've gone through what a lot of the missions are going to be here. It's time to pick one. Now, I have been thinking about this quite a bit, and I think that 3.5 skulls is probably beyond us at this point. As much as I was tempted to take this one because it's in Tundra and it's a mission where we're not likely going to have reinforcements, I don't know how many opponents we'll be facing even in that circumstance, and considering where we are and the fact that I'm not so sure how we can handle 3 skulls, I think it's just not worth the risk to try this one. What I am going to do is I'm going to do Pride and Vanity. I'd like to do one mission here to make traveling here worth it. It didn't pay off, and we didn't find what I was looking for as far as things in the shop, which kind of really disappointed me. But we need money, so we need to do something here. So this one I think has the less chance of, well, at least we don't know if it's going to have reinforcements because I don't think I've done a mission like this before. And also, it's not going to be desert. So I'd rather do highlands than desert because we'll be more heat efficient. So let's go ahead and negotiate. I'm just going to take the money. Well, that's tempting, isn't it? How much money do we get? Oh, that's a lot of drop off on money. We need the money more than we need the salvage. So I'm going to go with that, even though the salvage is good if we were to go there. All right, let's go ahead and accept. All right, and we have to get rid of Jalopy and the Centurion and get Behemoth back in here and the very effective Fire Dragon, at least for us. Now, at this stage of the difficulty, I have the feeling that we will be outweighed by our opponent, but as I've stated in the past, it's not the size of your mechs, but the way that you use them that matters. So let's see if that's the case. All right, here we go.
Command interface initiated.
Commander, you've reached the Directorate Family's territory. You're on the lookout for reinforcements. You gotta be kidding me. We'll need to eliminate all enemy forces that take the field. Don't be complacent if the mechs look a little worse for wear. They can still kill you. So they're gonna be beat up, but now we have to fight double the number of opponents. So, alright, well this is gonna be a long drag-out fight, unfortunately, as a result. I guess I'll jump into the water here. We have over here, we don't really know where the reinforcements are going to be in the grand scheme of things. Honestly, we don't even know how much of an opponent we're going to face, but whatever that is, they now have reinforcements, so...
Commander.
Okay, Marsh. Units within Marsh gain 50% stability damage reduction from all attacks. Does that mean that you get stability damage reduction, or that it reduces your stability damage reduction? I mean, kind of... I don't know. I mean... Alright, well, I'm gonna go in it anyway.
Roger that.
And then glitch.
I hear ya.
Right in alongside.
Don't need to tell me twice.
I want to get, like, relatively far out. But I don't want to be out in the open.
Position confirmed.
I have to treat the enemy with a little bit more respect because they are going to start having the same kind of abilities I have, and they will be using them, so... I have to put myself into a position that wouldn't be, you know, a huge issue. Guess I'll go here. Like that. And then Behemoth.
Yes, Commander.
Is going to come in alongside Woods. That.
I copy.
Trying to kind of go middle
What can I do for you?
of the battlefield with with things, because again, I don't know where my opponents are going to be. So we'll kind of like angle for any direction.
Moving
Now
out.
for the scout. I'll be able to angle more this way if I can. But again, I don't know. The enemy could be over here. The enemy could be, well, that's the edge of the map. So where would reinforcements likely be? Over here. So I have to be kind of ready for that, but it's kind of hard to aim both ways. So I guess the scout will just aim one way over the other. Doesn't really matter so much for our pilot here because we don't have any abilities that play into that. I have to move and fire, more or less. So it's more for just the sake of not getting hit in the rear. All right, we have enemy contact.
Heads up, Commander. You've got hostile contacts inbound.
All right, so that's a reinforcement. So as is typical of this game, reinforcements enter the map at the same time. It's not like they're really reinforcements. They're already here, and they're just over here, where I thought they may be. All right, so that's a cicada. And then we have a 65-ton mech of some description. I'm going to guess that they either have a light mech or they have a medium mech with the same ability, the Master Tactician ability. And this is a, yeah, it's definitely one of these has that ability because we only see medium mechs and one of them is acting as a light mech. So, well, in any case, we're going to probably be seen here. So I'm just going to reserve. We'll see what happens. I've got good evasion, so hopefully we don't actually take it. All right, so it's this mech. 50 tons, that could be a couple different things. The hunchback. Okay, so 50% armor, I'm guessing. And we might expect the same kind of thing from every opponent. Well, they probably see me now. And as a result, we should probably not allow them to take advantage of that.
Yes, Commander.
So I'm going to jump away. And we're going to jump as far as we can, but still keep him in sensor contact range. And sensor lock him. Now, I would actually honestly prefer to take out the cicada, because if it has 50% armor, it already doesn't have good armor, so we could probably take it out pretty fast. The problem is, I'm just not in the right position to do that. If it is the one armed with the PPC, it won't even come out to where I can see it, and it'll just hit me. So, really not a good idea to stick around. Let's remove what vision they have. I'm hoping this guy can't see the Griffin, because that would be a problem, but not a whole lot you can do about it. Let's angle like that. Okay, we can't see those guys over there anymore, so I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to deal with this just yet.
I've got a sensor lock.
Here comes the cicada. It has the possibility of moving far enough to see me, but it doesn't appear that it has. Well, I'm going to assume that they can't see me. Let's just double check that. I think we'd have an eye icon if he could see me. Yeah, he doesn't see me until I get closer to him. So, in that vein, they don't have vision, so we wait. And we wait out their sensor lock. Now, if they were wise, they would sensor lock up our light mech who's already moved. They haven't done yet, so... There was one heavy mech. And we definitely have more.
Additional enemies detected.
Alright. Okay. So it looks like the lances are almost entirely heavy mechs. So I'm for sure saying right now, we cannot handle 3 skull difficulty. Especially if they do this kind of thing to me. I mean, they are outweighing me pretty significantly, and now they have double the numbers. Now, yeah, okay, they have less armor to work with. So I do have some advantages there, but... Yeah, I mean, this is just not a great situation. What do we do now? I mean, we're going last, so I kind of have the pick of what I want to do. The cicada's probably going to be hard to hit. But it does seem to be a little bit more of a viable target. Because I wouldn't have to move far to hit it. And it's not going to have a lot of armor, so we might be able to take it out quickly. And then if I just move up a little bit, I give myself vigilance, the only mech that would beat me would be the hunchback to initiative. And it may be able to get in there and really hurt me. We're starting to get kind of close range here. So maybe we just go after the Hunchback because it is a problem, but it's going to be hard to take out. All right. But if I go after the Cicada, I'm giving my other guys vision. What we could do is I could move in such a way that I'm just barely seeing the Cicada, and maybe he won't be able to move close enough to hit me. I don't know. That's kind of a lot of risk in doing something like that. But I'd be able to establish line of sight to two of these guys, and maybe we'd be able to take out the Cicada. Maybe. I would obviously use Vigilance so that we could beat some of these guys to the initiative punch, but... I could also jump to give myself a little bit more evasion, too. Yeah, that's not a bad plan. We jump, gives us some evasion. We're just barely seeing them. And on top of that, it gets us further away from where the Hunchback is, so the likelihood the Hunchback will hit me decreases. So, alright, we'll try it. And we're in the water, so we're not going to heat up as much. I think it's a decent attempt. Alright, so Vigilance. Okay, so we have two viable targets. I almost want to go after the Jagermech instead. Which variant of this is? This is the standard variant, so that's not as threatening. And then we hit the Jagermech. It's going to be easier target. And, it doesn't have great armor to begin with. And it has 50% armor. The Cicada doesn't have great armor either, so that's why I'd want to go after it, because it'd be an easy kill. But... all things considered, I think this is not a bad target. So, fire away, and then this makes it an easier target for my other mechs.
Engaging target.
Okay, we missed a lot, but we got a head hit, hey. Okay. So now, glitch.
Waiting on you, Commander.
I might want to do a fighting retreat because they outnumber me. But then again, if I stay put, I'd have better accuracy. So, you're going to be A for sure. I can't hit the... I have to move then. I don't have a choice. So, move first. Because I'm just angled in such a way that I can't really hit them. So... the main concern I have is that Cicada is going to see me. I also have to move in a way that I can hit both of them, though. At the same time, preferably. Like that, perhaps? I am taking a risk that Cicada will be able to get in on me. I am also reducing the accuracy by doing this, by moving back. But there is... a rationale behind it, so kind of angle like that. It's kind of a bummer because I would have preferred to, hit them both and stay where I was because it would have been better accuracy. But you're A, you're B, and we'll do that. Okay, fire away. But the goal is to maybe take out the Hunchback. And we are attacking it from the side, so it's possible we'll knock out that AC-20 if we get lucky. Or is it the variant with the medium lasers? I have to look at that. Yeah, so it's the variant with the medium lasers.
Ready for orders.
Alright, now the question is, do we attack from here or do we move? Because they will be able to overwhelm me at some point. And I have to be kind of prepared for that. So if I stay still, the problem I'm going to have is I'll be severely outnumbered and they outweigh me. So I have to play the smart fight here. So yeah, I'm gonna move, even though if this guy sees me next turn, we'll be in a lot of hurt. And honestly, I really hate that. 'Cause all we have is 2 evasion. They will light me up. Alright, well. Move back, and the only target that's viable at this moment is hitting the Yager mech. This is kind of why I also wanted to take out the Cicada, because it's going to be a problem here. Okay. Fire away.
Affirmative.
Okay. Now, it's possible the Hunchback will get close enough to attack my Jenner, but I think I just have to let that happen, because it's the... Thankfully, Hunchbacks are slightly on the slow side. So yeah, it didn't give vision. So now it's going to be my character, attack a moving. So we're going to go ahead and attack the Yager mech, which is now a lot easier to hit.
Engaging target.
Okay, got a crit there.
Enemy mech. Critical damage.
And we just have to take these guys out, you know, one at a time. And we jump away as far as we possibly can. With the idea being that, hopefully, they won't be able to see me. I think the wall's fairly close, so I don't have to angle too aggressively that way. Okay. I didn't jump into water, but I needed the cover, in my opinion. Okay. Reserve. Now the Cicada may be a problem. If it can move out far enough. Now the water will slow it down, so we may have good luck with that. Okay, they wasn't able to see me. So now we just have to hold on. If they have sensor lock, I need to wait. Because they're going to sensor lock who they can. And if it's somebody that hasn't moved, well then we'd want them to get out of there so that they don't get all shot up. So that's preferably what you want to do here.
Waiting for the shot.
Now, who would have that sensor lock? I don't know at this stage. Oh, there you go. Well, and unfortunately, they sensor locked up
Detected.
the Griffin, which has already moved. Which, you know, that's a wise move. But it's possible they won't be able to take advantage of it. 75-ton mech. Well, I'm going to see some LRMs here, I think. We've still got good evasion. This is fairly long range. But that's why I jumped back into cover, because I didn't want to take full damage. Alright. So it was you that sensor locked me, huh? Well, that's the person we're going to kill, because that is a problem.
What's up, boss?
And you're also not going to have any defense, because you sensor locked. So, this is going to be a hit and run attack. Matter of fact, let's jump. Get the most out of this.
Lifting off.
Oh, it's another Yager mech, so that's the one we were hitting, too. Alright, this will be an easy kill. Oh, these are all Yager mechs. They're different variants. But, pretty interesting. Alright. Well, let's open up on him. And miss a lot. Now, with luck, this is the only guy that has sensor lock. And if we can kill him, then we have quite a bit of an advantage on our hands.
Good to go.
Okay, so I'm going to keep moving. Because that movement is going to be important. Especially as that Cicada is going to keep coming. And eventually will give them the vision they're looking for. So when that happens, we'll take them out. But in the meantime, we don't have to.
Coordinates received.
This is just going to be retreating fire. But as you can see here, there's only 2 medium mechs and they're all heavy. So at 3 skulls, that's what the kind of thing we're facing. Alright, there's no reason to fire at anybody other than the Yager mech.
Tell me what
So let's
to
do that. Yeah, we could have done full damage to somebody else, but we need to kill this guy. There's no question about it. He needs to die.
When I shoot you, you'll take it and like it.
Okay.
Orders.
Now for Behemoth. Guess I'm all right with being in the water. So when that cicada comes, we're going to have to kill it as fast as possible. Preferably in the same turn. Now that's very doable considering it has half armor. And if it doesn't have guard up, like if it attacks me when it moves, all I have to do is burn through its evasion, and then I can just murder it. So, let's fire.
Engaging target.
Good chance we'll kill this guy with this. Although he, you know, it is a heavy mech, so it's, you know, it's still going to be tough. All right, so I'm going to use a bit of strategy here. So this is the main threat. I don't think that he's going to be able to get close enough to do anything. But the cicada probably for sure can see me. So we want to wait for that. That's the only other medium mech they have. So if the Hunchback can get into a position to attack me against the Jenner, that would be bad. But I'm hoping that the range is such that he can't. Okay, that seemed to be the case. Now we're going to reserve again. This is going to allow the cicada to attack me. I'm fine with the cicada attacking me because it doesn't have strong firepower. Unless it kicks me, it's not going to hurt that much. And I had a strong evasion too, so I was able to, you know, more or less have that damage. Now, we burn through its evasion and we murdered the hell out of it before it gets to move. So, Jenner is just going to jump back and keep it, obviously, within sensor range. Well, that's as far back as we can jump anyway, so that's fine. And then we will sensor lock it to remove its evasion. We can do the moving fire with our Griffin, so that will probably be the thing that I do. So, sensor lock you.
Sensors.
Now, I might not get a whole lot else done as a result. As much as I'd like to kill this guy, I may not be able to. With all things being said, because the cicada is the bigger problem right now. I'm tempted not to move the Griffin, because the Griffin has more possibility of killing the Yagermech. And the Yagermech is more likely going to do something against the Griffin. But it's probably going to attack me. So, that's a distinct possibility. So, it's a question of whether I want to be hit or not. But I'm a little concerned because of the...
Waiting for orders.
Well, let's keep backing up as much as we possibly can and still fire at the cicada here. And we're going to light it up. Do I use Precision Strike? I could kill him straight up with that. So, because look at the, you know, how much armor, and very little. So, let's go straight for the center torso and get that kill.
Special delivery.
Well, unfortunately, we didn't really get it, but follow-up attack should probably do the job. All right, so at this point, I feel like I have to reserve with the Blitzgriffin purely because we may be able to draw the Yagermech into being in a position where I can see it and then kill it, because it's going to be the one that can sensor lock me, and that's still a problem. If I retreat, it doesn't do me much good because it just sensor lock somebody else. That's a, you know, for example, this guy who's out in the open and a real, you know, potential target. So let's reserve. There's obviously a semblance of risk here, but especially as this is going to happen. Okay, well, that was a mistake. Now that I think about it, massive mistake. I would have liked to have been able to take out the mech that has the ability to do that. I should have just attacked here and backed off, but now I see The cicada's giving vision, so every heavy mech that can go is going to go before this guy will go, not giving me the vision that I want. So we're just going to have to kill him. That is unfortunate because I took damage I probably shouldn't have, but...
Engaging target.
Oh, you gotta be kidding.
Enemy mech. Critical damage.
I mean, the dragon will finish him off, but... Because we have sensor lock, I don't have to worry about direct line of sight. I mean, I guess that's one consideration I should have had, is I should have sensor locked the Yager mech and taken it out, and then taken out the cicada, because I had direct line of sight, but I just didn't think about it. I'm hesitant to jump into the water, because I think I'm going to get locked up. But I kind of need the cooling at the same time. And we can't jump over this way because the wall's there. I feel like I should do the wisest move I can, which is to jump back and take advantage of the cover.
Engaging.
Yeah, I'm really hot, but what can you do? Okay. The rest of their heavy mechs aren't going to be able to go. So yeah, in retrospect, that's what I should have done. I should have just hit the cicada while I could.
What's up, boss?
And maybe even sensor locked the Yager mech instead. I'm going to move back slightly. Ooh, that's awful. This is just the idea of doing that kind of fighting retreat here. It leaves us vulnerable to the sensor lock, though, is my concern. But a lot of the heavy mechs have already gone, so that might not be that big of a deal. And we're retreating. We need to do that if we want to survive. So, all right. Here's hoping the last of this does what we need. 12 health. Yeah, we should have killed this guy. We just got unlucky with the hits. There we go. Finally. Well, that's a first kill.
Target neutralized.
Fortunately, it's on the reinforcements rather than the main body, but it really honestly doesn't matter for this mission. And if it comes down to it, I will withdraw. But I'll do one of the objectives if I can. Okay, so there's the sensor lock. And no surprise, it's on the dragon. Now we're gonna, unfortunately, reap the damage from that. But, you know, we were far enough back that it seems like only some of the weapons were fired on us. Okay. Well, at this stage, we have really nothing to do, so we're gonna reserve. Their sensor lock has worn off. So this mech going now is not going to be really a threat unless it establishes line of sight, but it's too slow to do that. We actually can't outpace the Hunchback. So the Hunchback being their quote-unquote scout is really not that much of a threat if we keep moving. But because we're having to move backwards, it does have a certain element of not being ideal. Okay. So I'm going to continue to reserve, as the only mech that is really a threat to me is this guy here. And he has to move forward to get that line of sight first. So unless he does that, then I have to remember, this is the one we want to kill, right here. This guy here. So I have to remind myself that. And he sensor locked me, so he's not going to have any defense. So any of these mechs that move, they're not going to be able to see me, so it's not going to matter. The biggest problem I have now is to take advantage of the situation at its best. I have to reserve, which allows every heavy mech here to then hit me. So the best move here is to sensor lock the bad guy and then kill him. So
Waiting for orders.
the problem is he could sensor lock somebody before I'm able to do anything about it. So honestly, I don't know what to do in this situation. Maybe I should have started attacking him beforehand. So that he couldn't have sensor locked? But I can only move so far to sensor lock him. So if I were the AI, I'd sensor lock the light mech and then I just unload on him because he has no evasion. And then if I do anything, if I reserve now, then they'll sensor lock somebody and then they'll murder him. So it's kind of a lose-lose situation. So I realize I made a mistake and there's not a whole lot I can do about it now. Unless I just want to suicide the Jenner by moving up and attacking. I think the wise move here is just to reserve. It's not ideal because watch. Sensor lock. Oh, he didn't do it. They didn't sensor lock me. Weird. Okay. Ah, quick draw. And unfortunately, I think there are some more mechs to go, so we're gonna get hit again here. I didn't expect that quick draw to... Ow. Ow. Alright, well that sucks. I didn't expect that.
Receiving you.
Okay. So, game plan now. You still want to kill the guy that can sensor lock me, because that's just a problem. So, I'm going to move up with an intention to do so. You know, honestly, moving into the water has certain advantages. I can still be kind of far away if I want to do that. So... move to there. Means our accuracy will be bad, but
Moving out.
we'll see how that goes once we do it. Okay, so this is the guy we want to kill, and he has no evasion. So I think we just hit him. He's only got 20 health. Gotta love that. Okay, fire.
Here it comes.
We have a chance of killing him. Fortunately, we failed. Still have a chance, though. Okay.
Ready for orders.
All right.
Waiting on you, Commander.
So we need to keep retreating, otherwise we'll run into trouble. But I want to hit guys that we're doing damage to them, obviously. I'm not sure what I want to do against the quick draw. We could do that to try and lower its evasion. I think our other targets are going to be about the same accuracy for us. So yeah, lower its evasion, and then we try and finish it with some of our other mechs. Alternatively, my mech can't hit anything where I am. Okay.
Good
Wanted to
go.
check that. Alright. So, yeah, I think we split fire here. We hit the quick draw, and we hit the Yager mech, hopefully killing the Yager mech. Quick draws don't have great armor either, so not a bad target. So, A, B, and we'll make B the one against the quick draw.
Uh-huh.
So this has a, you know, again, a decent chance of killing. If it were to hit where we needed it to. Can't believe that Yager mech is still alive, but you know, this is the way heavy mechs are, and this is the problem with fighting heavy mechs like this, is they can take a pounding. I mean, you can just keep hitting them and hitting them and hitting them, and they will live through it. And it's extremely frustrating, but there's not a whole lot you can do about it. I think that quick draw is going to catch me next turn. Not if we do this, though. It's possible he'll be able to get my back, maybe?
Heading out.
Yeah, I'm just going to hit the Yager mech again, and hopefully this time we get that damage that we need. I mean, look at this thing. It's probably held together with... Yeah, 11 health in that, and then 20 health in that. We didn't barely even touch that center torso, even though we fired a bunch of crap at it. We don't have good accuracy here, so this guy still may be standing after this.
Target acquired.
Mech warriors.
Yeah, we got him with a pilot incapacitated by knocking him down earlier. Okay. Well, the Griffin is kind of in a position not to be able to do a whole lot. We will beat a lot of them to the initiative punch if we want to play that game. The problem is retreating in the next turn and the fact that I'm really hot now. So I'd be able to go in and get a pot shot on somebody. But then the Hunchback would beat me to initiative. Or I could equal him in initiative by vigilance. But then I'd eat so much damage. I'd eat a lot of damage here. So I think the wise move is just to retreat. Now we are running into the back of the map here, so I'm going to have to make... Actually, we need to start going that way. It's going to get to a point where we're cornered into the map, and I'm not going to be able to do a whole lot other than withdraw, honestly. So... I think we just move into the water, we use vigilance, and we do what damage we can. And just hope the Hunchback doesn't murder me? Because the only alternative I have is to jump, which would heat me up. And try and get, you know, a little further away, and then to what end? So they can run that way. And they will eventually catch me. I think this is just going to have to be a withdrawal. Like, I really honestly don't think we're going to be able to do much more here. Yeah, I could probably kill the Yager mechs and the quick draw, maybe. But we're going to have to take a lot of, you know, hits to do that. All right, well, I'm going to try. In the water, we'll have more heat efficiency. Well, vigilance, so that we get that initiative bonus. We'll attack the quick draw, because that makes just the most sense. We'll hit it with everything we have. Okay. So now it's a matter of murdering the quick draw before it gets to go. More or less. So I'm going to jump. Because it's the quick draw that's going to catch me. If I'm not careful. So we're going to jump away. I could, you know, stay in this and attack. But that would open myself up to getting hit a lot. So I don't really want to do that. We jump away, we sensor lock the quick draw, which is going to remove the one evasion it has. But we want to ensure that we can see it. I couldn't see it without that. So sensor lock it. We'll get to go before it, so we'll be able to hit it. Problem is what's about to happen to me right now. Is the Hunchback is just going to unload on me. Thankfully, it missed a lot. And I had guard up, so we didn't take that much damage.
Damage minimal.
Okay, now I need to move so that I don't get hit. Heat efficiency is such that I should be able to get away with attacking and jumping. Yeah, the quick draw still remains to be the better target here, so we'll fire on that. Okay, we hit it in the head. We have a pretty good chance of knocking it down as well. We jump away. And I'm just going to jump for as far as I can get. Because we may be able to move far enough away that they won't be able to see me. If they do establish line of sight, I'll be in a lot of trouble. Because they'll hit me a lot. But I really don't have much of a choice here. And I didn't pay attention to my heat bar. I thought it didn't say I was going to take heat damage, but...
Heat exceeding recommended.
Oh well. Nothing I can do about that. And then
What can I do
glitch.
for ya?
Needing to move is going to... The Hunchback may be able to see me if I go this way. I'm going to squeeze myself up against this wall, more or less. And we're going to unload on this guy, which will probably knock him down. Yeah, I thought I watched my heat bar, and it didn't look like I was going to overheat, but I guess I didn't watch it as well as I should have. Alright, this is a chance to kill him, but not a good one. Because it's going to get all spread out. But it is going to knock him down, which gives us the strong possibility of following up with a kill. And then if not that, we can at least maybe limit his firepower. I don't know. So here's the real trial. Are they going to be able to establish a line of sight on any of these guys back here?
Waiting for orders.
Okay. So it's possible the Hunchback will be able to see me next turn. There's not a whole lot I can do about that. Outside of hugging the wall more. But then I don't have a very... I mean, it's still an alright shot.
Moving to position.
I'm going to go for it. But I think an LRM-15 has a pretty decent chance. With only 15 health. So if we focus on the center torso. Now, it's an LRM. You really don't know what it's going to do. Okay, we got
Give
him.
them everything you've got.
That's 2 mechs down. Well, actually more than 2 mechs, right? How many mechs have I killed at this point? I'm trying to think about it. Bringing that at 33%, so there must only be 3 mechs in the one group. So yeah, 1, 2, 3. The reinforcements was a full lance of 4, and this is only 3 mechs. Okay. Well, we're at the start of a turn, and this video has been going a little while, so I'm going to go ahead and put a cut in things here. I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.